back again here, dear friends. Thank you for watching. This is like a part 2. I'm doing it on the same day, Friday, October 25th. Hope you have a great, happy weekend. This next gentleman, it goes by the name of Jelmer VD2L or something. Jelmer, I don't know what his name is. It doesn't matter. An anonymous YouTuber. So he's got 2 questions that came in, and the first one says, oh, wait a minute. Let me do this one first. I'll get to that in a second. I'll just do this one quickly. It's from Just Some Bloke 6784. He says, wow, after watching his How to Speak to an Atheist video, I thought Patrick was a bit silly, but well-intentioned. Then I watched this, and he goes full religious bigot. Sorry, I'm snorting here. This business of proper YouTube accounts is breathtakingly self-serving. Oh, it is. It really serves me, does it? Okay, he instantly delegitimizes 90% of YouTube users with a spurious set of criteria. Some of us are not committed to self-aggrandizement and use YouTube as a learning resource rather than wanting to make our own content. Okay, fair enough. Which makes our opinions below contempt, according to Patrick. Oh dear. I'm sorry, this is good. Now on to using handles as opposed to our given names. For me, the handle I use is a hint as to my attitude. And you see, he says, I'm just some bloke on the internet talking to other people. And hence his handle is Just Some Bloke 6784. So thank you, Just Some Bloke. God bless you for commenting. It's nothing to do with fear of being known by my given name, which is another assumption made by Patrick about the motivations of atheists. I would hate to be trapped in this guy's head. Claustrophobic or what? I'm claustrophobic, right? So I'm in this little space and I can't get out. Thank you for your comment. You dilly. Anyway, I got to move on. Okay. There's nothing I can say to that. You made a comment. Good for you. That's great. Okay. This guy here, Jelmer VD2L or something like that. Jelmer D2L, Desire to Learn. That's a big company. I don't know. Anyway, dear Patrick, as a Christian myself, I really want to point out some errors you made in this video. I think it's important to talk truly and logically when you try and discuss anything, but it is especially important when you talk about God. When you use a verse in the Bible to prove God is real, an atheist will simply dispute the Bible. Yes, I've seen that much times, right? Circular fallacy, whatever they call it, right? When you use the argument that the Bible is real since it is the Word of God, the atheist will dispute the Bible. I don't remember saying that, but anyway. You can go around in circles forever, not reaching any conclusion or proving anything. You can use divine scripture to prove the divine. Oh, sorry. You can't use divine scripture to prove the divine. You need something outside of the loop to prove God is real. Okay, very good. It's called circular logic. Oh, thank you for letting me know. It's a fatal logical fallacy. But in the end, trying to prove God is futile. You either believe or you don't. And it is called a believe for a reason. I think you meant to say believe for a reason. That's okay. If there was tangible proof, it would be called a known. I see proof that God exists every day. I think you meant to say proof. I see proof that God exists every day. But that proof is not scientific. It is not tangible. It is spiritual. Hence, I believe, not know. God bless you, friend. That's a nice comment. Nothing wrong with that. Thank you. Thank you, Jelmer. Thank you for that comment. But now you made a second comment. And this is interesting here because you say, after a quick check, this is your second comment now. After a quick check, none of those 10 cities in the UK are Muslim majority. Okay, I never said these 10 cities in the UK are Muslim majority. I said the mayors of these 10 cities. And in a previous video, I documented where I got the information from. I said they were posted to social media May 4th in 2024 by a guy by the name of Lawrence Fox. And you can look up that video if you want to. I never said those cities were Muslim majority. But anyway, the hypocrisy of condemning atheists while you yourself lie. I didn't lie. I was talking about the mayors, right? And I previously told you where I got that information from. Thou shalt not bear false witness against thy neighbor. Commandment 10. So he quotes a commandment that I broke. Oh, that's horrible. A liar will not be believed even when he speaks the truth. This is from Aesop. So thank you. I used Aesop in my previous video talking about sour grapes. I think that was Aesop's fable, but I'll have to look it up. Right, a liar will not be believed even when he speaks the truth. Okay, as a Christian to a Christian, you should be humble yourself. Okay. Learn how to level with a person before preaching to them. You look down on your fellow man because they have abandoned God, but in turn, you yourself abandon God in the process. You figure? I disagree. But anyway, pride might be the biggest sin. And this preaching, this looking down, berating, and hostility against well-meaning people reeks of pride. Ooh, it reeks. I better smell if I have my cologne on today. But I tell you, love your enemies, bless those who curse you, do good to those who hate you, and pray for those who mistreat you and persecute you, that you may be children of your Father who is in heaven. So how about you stop spreading this hate and talk to people directly instead of behind a screen? How about you go take a flight and leap off a short bridge? Okay, he says that I'm hiding behind a screen. I'm on this side of the screen in case you didn't notice, and you have an anonymous account. I don't see you on this side of the screen, okay? So go take a hike, right? I mean, you have your opinion and you're putting me down and you're saying this and you're saying that, blah, 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 blah. I'm going to quote to you something that David said. And the mayors of these towns that are listed, I was actually able to confirm 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 myself. And I'd be happy to post that for you, but I'm not going to waste time here, right? Posed by, as I mentioned, Lawrence Fox, May 4th, and he's talked about how some Muslim clerics are expecting to usher in countrywide Sharia law in the near future. It talks about that there are over 3,000 mosques in England. There's over 130 Sharia courts. There's more than 50 Sharia councils. This is information that he compiled. And so when I said that the UK is turning into, or has already, for that matter, turned into a Muslim country, this is what I'm basing it on. Am I exaggerating? Is it hyperbole? Maybe a little bit, but go cry yourself a river. You're worried about this, and then you're calling me a liar because of it. You know what? Piss off. What am I supposed to say, right? And this is from a Christian, so there you go. Christians are terrified of Christianity, really. Atheists are not afraid of Christianity. It's the Christians that are scared of Christianity. They're terrified of anything that associates politics and Christianity. If there was ever such a situation where a political party said, okay, we're a Christian political party and we're going to follow Christian principles to lead this country, the Christians would be running for the hills. They'd be petrified. They'd say, we got to go live back in the catacombs. I've seen Christians say that the worst thing that ever happened was the conversion of Constantine, that Constantinople, when the Roman emperor, essentially at that time, converted to Christianity. They hate that because they've been indoctrinated to believe that separation of church and state is the ultimate value. And it's Christians like this guy here who's he wants to put me down. He's calling me a liar. And he's quoting here, you got to love your enemies, bless those who curse you, do good to those who hate you. How about David when he said, oh Lord, don't I hate those who hate you? He says, I hate them with an utmost hatred. Some versions say, I hate them with a perfect hatred. Think about that for a second. Think about when Jesus got them out of the temple and said, get out of here with a braided cord. Think about when he said, you brood of vipers, you're of your father the devil. But these are the type of Christians, this guy here, who is hiding behind a screen, and he's telling me that I'm hiding behind a screen. Does this look like, can you see this? This is not AI. This is me. And, are you that lacking in self-awareness to realize that you're the one that is hiding behind a screen? That I don't see your face. I don't see who you are. I don't know your real name. You have no content on your YouTube channel. And then you're saying to me that I'm hiding behind a screen? How do you think I should respond to that? Except to say, give you a big heavy dose of F you, right? Like what am I supposed to say? It's pathetic. But that's the first time I had a Christian comment in the comment section. As far as I know, I think all the other comments are from atheists because that's what the topic was. So as far as giving a perspective from Christian, thank you for that. Oh, but thank you very much for bringing up the thing about Aesop's fable, because that actually helped me a lot to think about the arguments of words. You know, when words are recorded, if those words are true, they stand the test of time. You know, even Jesus, when they were accusing him, they said, oh, he said this, he said that, you know, he said he was going to destroy the temple. And what did Jesus reply? He said, the people heard what I said. Why don't you ask them? And what's the guy do? He goes and smites him, punches him in the face. And what did Jesus say? He said, if I spoke well, why do you smite me? He says, if I spoke something wrong, show me where it's wrong. If I said something that's not true, show me where it's not true. And I'll say, oh, I made a mistake. I screwed up. You know, this is the... I make mistakes. Jesus didn't make any mistakes, right? He said, if I made something not true, tell me. But if I spoke what is right and good, why do you strike me? And this is the point of the words that we have available from Paul, from Timothy, from Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John, right? From Josephus, from the early church fathers. Read a book on the early church fathers, the letters that they wrote that are not in the Bible when they're being captured by the Romans and taken to be executed in the Colosseum. Read those letters and tell me if that's not documented history. And say, oh, no, it can't be true because it's too old. It's from the first century. No, it's too old. What the heck is the matter with your head, dear atheist that's out there, that is saying, oh, it can't be true because blah, 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 because Richard Dawkins said it's not true? Oomph, Richard Dawkins. The guy is a scumbag, moron, idiot, deceiving children, using the lies of Satan. Yea, hath God said? There's no real God out there. Read those letters from the early church fathers, the faith that they had when they're on the way to be executed, and tell me what you think of that. And tell me if that doesn't affect your mind, your heart, your soul, that there is an unseen realm, that we are spiritual beings, and that we recognize truth in nature when we see it. When we see the magnificent creation that's able to display intelligence. And we say, oh, there's no intelligence there. It's just random. It's local rules. It's survival of the fittest. It's natural selection. Yeah, that's the ticket. That's the guy from the Pathological Liars Association. Yeah, I'm the president of the Pathological Liars Association. My wife, Morgan Fairchild. Yeah, that's the ticket. That's the script that Richard Dawkins is using. The guy is a pathological liar. It's so ingrained into his mind and psyche that he thrives on it. That's his grift, selling lies to the entire population of the world. And he has an unending audience that will listen to every word and eat it up like they're eating crap. That's the state of the world we're in today. It's sad. And meanwhile, Christians are running around saying, oh, you know, that Jesus said, love your enemies. You got to love your enemies. We got to live in the catacombs. Why do you want to live in the catacombs? Oh, because we have to separate church and state. You can't have Christianity and politics. That's horrible. That's the worst thing. We want to live in the catacombs. Why do you want to live in the catacombs? Well, at least here we can be inclusive. That's what we want. We want the morality of the world. We want to be part of the alphabet army. We don't want to have Christianity in politics. Christians are terrified of Christianity. They hate Christianity. They hate it. They want to have their little social club. They want to have the Jesus that says, love all your enemies. Love all the wickedness of the world. Love it. Welcome it in. Accept it. Put up the pride flag in your church. Come on. That's where it's at. This progressive Christianity. Come on. Follow the Clergy Coaching Network on the Facebook page. That's where it's at. progressive Christianity. Don't mention Christianity in politics. That's taboo. Sickening. Christians are sick in the head. That's who are sick. Atheists are harmless in comparison. Atheists are busy doing their own thing. They're not afraid of Christianity. Atheists are not afraid of Christianity because they know it has no power. It's lost all its power. 50% of the population, 30% is atheist, 20% is something else, and 50% is still nominal Christian. That's the state in Canada. I don't know what it is in the U.S. I don't know the stats in the U.S. They probably have slightly higher Christian numbers in the U.S., but I'd have to go in and research it. So anyway, I was able to address a couple of more questions, and it was nice to see a reply from a imbecilic Christian. And what does he say? He says, reeks of pride. Yeah, I am proud. Too bad for you, buddy. I'm proud that God left his word to straighten me out, to tell me that I'm a wicked sinner and that I need God and that I need to seek God on a daily basis. I'm proud of that. Damn straight I'm proud of that. Oh yeah, I'll be proud of that until I leave this earth. You can count on it. And for you to go and spend your time behind a screen and point your finger at me, more power to you, man. God bless you. How about that? God bless you and the horse you rode in on. All right? Okay. Thanks again for watching. God bless you. I hope you're able to spend time with people you love on this rainy day. And hope to talk to you again soon. Sorry I can't get through all the questions, but I think that circular fallacy one probably knocks out like a half a dozen questions that keep repeating that. Oh, you're quoting from the Bible, and the Bible's not true, so it's a circular argument, so I'm going to stay as an atheist. That's where we're at. You know, people, they don't want to look at nature, and they look at nature and say, oh, it's random, just came from nothing, I guess. Anyway, God bless you. We'll talk to you soon, okay? Take care of yourself. Be good.